Hello and welcome to Real Time with Kelly and Lyle.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lyle. And today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Total Recall by Len Wiseman, starring Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, and Jessica Biel.
There was someone else in there too, someone by the name of
Bill Nighy is also in it, who was also...
Not Bill Nye.
Bill Nighy. I hope I'm saying that right. He played Davy Jones in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Okay, so we saw Total Recall, the new one. Remember,
one.
we did the old one before, the Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes.
one. Now we're doing the Colin Farrell one,
Yes.
and we just saw it.
Yes.
And it basically is, it has a similar storyline in the fact that he goes to Recall.
It's a Renaissance love story.
He goes to Recall, and they try to, inject him with the stuff to give him a memory, but, things go wrong, and becomes a double agent, saves the world.
Everybody knows the story. We'll talk about the differences.
Yes.
No Mars. Mars is not in this one.
Well, they do say that you could have a fantasy to go to
You
Mars.
could
That
have
word
that,
was in there.
but it was not in Mars.
No. They went through the core of the Earth.
Yeah. That was where people
was
were
kinda cool.
transported. Yeah, it was different. It was cool.
I liked it, that part.
They had a straight shot from Great Britain and the colonies around that area straight down to Australia.
Yep.
Where they worked.
Where the colony was.
Where they worked, Colin Farrell worked in production on an assembly line creating droid-like police officers, just robots.
Yeah, they
It was
look
his
like
job making robots.
stormtroopers slash RoboCops slash
I thought they looked like
that other one you said.
yeah, the
Tron.
yeah. the
So
fighters
just
from
combine all
Tron.
those together, and that's what you got.
But
And
yeah.
the wife tried to kill him.
yeah, same
Just like that
same
time.
like Sharon Stone. I did like it.
The fight scenes were good.
Yeah, the action scenes were great. The
Yep.
fight scenes were great. The world reminded me a lot of Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Very dark,
Yes.
dreary, rainy,
Or Judge Dredd.
or a little bit like Dread, yeah. Lots of umbrellas. That's one thing I always remember from Blade
Three-breasted
Runner.
woman in this one.
Yeah, the three.
His
three,
favorite.
Yes, the three bosom girl. What do you mean my favorite? You're the one that brought it up last time. But yeah, there's similarities. Certain things that they took from the old one they brought into the new one. I don't want to spoil anything.
But it
some
was
kind of
not.
funny kind of
I
stuff.
thought I'd be really disappointed because, and when we got out, you said you're gonna be. I know you're disappointed, and I went, not really, but I was afraid going into it that I would be so trapped into the old Total Recall that I couldn't see this as its own.
Yeah, you got to
movie.
definitely look at.
And it was, and it did. I wasn't thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was in wanting to know what happened next because they didn't do it exactly like the other one,
Yeah, it's
and
not
that's
that-
why it became its own
It's not
identity.
that same. I mean, the core story is pretty much the same, but you got to see it. It's not the old Total Recall. It's a different.
And
whole
Colin Farrell
completely
did a
different
really
feel.
good job.
Yeah.
I really
he did.
like. I really. And whenever you say Colin Farrell, you kept saying Colin Farrell. I go, what is he in? And you tell me,
Alexander.
and I'm like, I saw it,
New
but I don't
World,
really remember.
SWAT, phone booth. He had a small part in Minority Report.
I'm like, yeah, but he just never connected, and then I guess because when I think Colin Farrell,
And Horrible
I
Bosses.
think comedy, and I think that's because I think Will Ferrell in my head. So, but he was really good. Jessica Biel, great, and then
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale, and then the phrase 2 weeks was in there.
The phrase 2 weeks was in there.
That was nice. I would say it's a must-see in the sense that it's action-packed. If you like action-packed sci-fis, you definitely want to see it.
Yeah,
It
if
was
you like
well
Minority
worth it.
Report, iRobot, Blade Runner, if you like those kind of movies, definitely you got to see this
Yep.
one.
And the one that was kind of what surprised for me, the only thing I did not like about the movie, and I know you're going to totally disagree with me, but there were a couple scenes like when they have flashing lights and stuff are going on. It's just really hard to concentrate on what's going on.
No, I agree with you on that. Some of the scenes were
It was hard.
sometimes there's too much jarring around. Sometimes
Yeah.
there's too much light. Only a couple scenes
Right.
though.
Not
It
enough to
wasn't the
detract
whole
from the
movie
whole
wasn't
movie.
like
no,
that.
no, no.
Just a couple of scenes.
But the scenes with the car chase, awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
And the scenes where he's running away from his
Yes.
wife, jumping.
Reminded
And I
me
don't
of
wanna tell you
Mr. and
anything.
Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, I
That's
want to tell
what
you
it
anything,
reminded me of.
but it was really cool the way they did all the camera work where they backed off and then spun
Really
around.
like the
and-
cinematography.
Yeah, it showed you
Other
everything.
than a few small scenes that just kind of made my eyes. And the rain. Oh my God, it sounded like rain. It just did when it was raining. I know. I know. I'm weird.
So how many reels?
Oh, on our 5-point reels, I would give that 4 reels.
Would you?
I would, because actually I liked it better than the first Total Recall. And I didn't think I would.
You have to
It didn't
give
seem
it
as
a-
cheesy. The first one now seems cheesy compared
Well,
to
it
this
was
one.
the 80s.
I know, but still, I mean, you still have this iconic Total Recall that I absolutely loved. I would actually lower my reels based on this new movie for the first one.
I'd probably give it 3.5.
I
It was
really
entertaining.
enjoyed it. I would watch it again and again. It's one of those movies I could watch again and again. I could. That's why it's 4.
Okay. Well, I guess we should close. So I'm Lyle,
I'm Kelly.
and this concludes our broadcast day. You can do it this time.